BB in, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? All right, so today I'm sitting here with
Vvsverbal.
and he's a rapper out of Flatbush. And my brother, just real quickly, how long have you actually been rapping? I'm just curious.
I've been doing this for 20 plus years. I ghostwrite for some household names, ghostwritten. You know, I just been on the grind now today for a better tomorrow for a long time.
That's what it is. Definitely happy to meet you. Couple of questions I want to ask, and then I want to talk a little bit about like what's going on in our social and in the culture right now. But a couple of things I want to know is, do you have any projects that you're currently working on?
Right now I have an album that's out. It's called Rebirth for the Slickest. It's on every major platform. You can pick that up. It's Facts for the Message. I got legendary features on there. Big up to my producer SK on the beats. He's from Vermont, and it's a beautiful album. Also, I have about 3 or 4 new projects that I'm cooking up, so stay tuned. Follow me on my social medias at Vvsverbal, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you'll be in tune with what's going on and the updates on when the new music is dropping. Just know he working, man.
All right, that's dope. That's good to know. Like at the end of the day, it's always about the work that we put in, and that's what we're gonna get out of it. Just real quick, do you know any who do you know currently in the game, whether they're active or whether they're a little bit older in the game, like from the 80s, 90s, 2000s? What artists do you know personally?
Okay, well, I'm actually a member of Bucktown USA, which is a label that's the baby label under Duck Down Records. So I run with all the legends. Rest in peace, Sean Price, Rockless Monster, Smith & Wesson, Black Moon. I know the Redmans, the Black Robs, every artist except Jay-Z and Nas. If they from the tri-state, New York City, I've met them. They told me I was a great artist. You know, the love is just greatly appreciated. So, that just drives me to keep going. When you get love from the greats, the legends in the game that help pave the way for you, and they respect your craft, it's an awesome feeling,
I gotta assume that is what it is, because at the end of the day, we always want validation from the people that came before us that knows the type of steps that we got to take in order to get to where we want to go. That's just the way that it works. I think that we need more of that in hip hop. Like, I think hip hop is one of the only music genres where we don't pay homage enough, in my opinion, to the legends that come before us. Like, if you look at freaking the Rolling Stones, they can still go sell out places. Yep. I want to know why we're not going and selling out for a Run DMC as often as for Rolling Stones can sell out. So that's just my opinion. Neither here nor there. Anyway, another thing that I was curious about, besides hip hop, is there anything else that you've been, besides music? Okay. Is there anything else that you've ever been involved in? Because I know that they do like a lot of web series and things like that. Because I know you yourself know Corey King, and I know that he has the Home of the Hitters web series. Definite. So is there any other web series or anything like that you ever been involved in?
Well, big up to the big bro CK, Home of the Hitters is definitely moving, Flatbush thing, but I'm actually gonna be in the next episode of The Brooklyn Way. There's a web series called The Brooklyn Way. Big up to my bro Gat Murder and the whole staff over there. I just jumped on that on the humble. We was in the studio session vibing, and next thing you know, I was on the web series. So yeah, look for me on that. And besides that, I haven't really done any web series, but I have a lot of things in the works. So just stay tuned, follow me. Like I told y'all on my social medias, I'll have updates every week to let you know what's going down. And it's just beautiful, man. Right now, besides the music, I also do concierge work. I'm also a full-time dad. I have a 10-year-old son who's going on 17. You know how that goes. So, he keeps me in tune with all these new artists the names you can't keep up with in this new style of music. We have our lane. I'm stuck in my lane, but you still want to be able to associate and connect with all generations. So you got to jump in their lane and vibe with them to be able to kick it with them and be on the same page with them. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact, and it has to make it easier to be a parent also, to have a equal medium or to have something that both of you could be able to vibe off of or associate with.
Exactly.
It makes it a lot easier being a parent. Another thing, I'm just curious. So you yourself, have you had any music videos that you've shot?
Oh, I have a bunch of music videos from my new album, Rebirth of the Slickest. I have a single called The Grind featuring my big bro General Steele, one half of Smith & Wesson. So that record is crazy. And besides that, I have like multiple videos out. I'm featured on a record right now called Gift of God. Shout to my MR homie, Silence the Fifth, and Mr. Fitzwell, my bro Coke, L Haggett. That's the latest video right now we pushing. It's a beautiful song. It's well received, getting a lot of love. Just working, man. Stay tuned, more videos coming. I have a battle coming up on this league called Verbal Warzone. May 25th. It's my debut, and they got some artist named Mike Johnson Jr. from upstate New York somewhere. He struck the wrong match, you know. I'm not a battle rapper or nothing like that, but I'm like one of the best artists on the planet. So I'm gonna show up and show out, and they gonna respect it.
How can we see that? How can we see that?
Well, I don't think it's like streamed live or anything like that. So the battle is actually May 25th, and I would assume a couple of weeks after they will have it uploaded on YouTube.
Where would the arena be?
It's funny you asked that. I know it's gonna be in Brooklyn, but they haven't announced the official location until next week sometime. So
not a problem. You let me know. I'm gonna let everybody else know.
I'll definitely let you know so you can spread the word.
That's a fact. I might show up. Who knows?
I would love that.
The community has been trying to get me involved in battle rap.
Mine as well, right?
Yeah, I might show up and then we see what we can do about that.
Dope.
They might not want me to film though. They're gonna be like,
nah. Once I let them know you the fam, they're gonna be like, let it go.
All right. Okay. So I got a different question about we know a little bit about you. That's dope.
Okay.
First of all, it seems like everything with you right now is a win. Just to be honest with you, you're on the right path. It seems like you might be a little bit. Your time probably is here. Like you should have already had your opportunity to show the world what you got. Just be perfectly honest, because I know how the game works. You understand what I'm saying? I keep trying to tell people. Some of the best rappers out there, some of the best writers out there are actually, like you said, ghostwriting for other people.
That's
because they trying to build up other individuals. So some of our best writers, some of our best rappers. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Some of our best writers out there they're ghostwriting for other people. So that's what I'm always trying to explain to people on this channel. Just because there's somebody that they don't necessarily have 3 albums out and going platinum, that has nothing to do with their skill level. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, got a quick question. So, you know who 50 Cent is?
Of course.
Okay, so, you know who Tierra Marie is?
Definitely.
Okay, so you know the situation I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've been seeing them going back and forth for some time now.
You know that there's a warrant out for her arrest now.
Wow.
Because she missed the court date.
She didn't want to pay that money.
Nope. What do you think about that personally?
Honestly, I can't even really be mad at 50 because you made some type of agreement, deal, and you should have just had that money and paid it, you know? And the fact that you want to not pay and then like be talking kind of reckless.
Well, just so we could get the anybody listening up on it that's not sure what's going on, she actually had a sex tape with some dude. The dude uploaded the sex tape on YouTube. No, not on YouTube, on Twitter.
Okay.
A clip, or whatever the case might be. 50 shared it. She's suing 50 Cent for sharing it. She lost the lawsuit, and thus 50 Cent is now sued her for some of the monies that he had to pay for a lawyer. Okay. So that's what she has to pay him. That is what she's reneging on. Okay. She's not paying that. So the courts is pissed off at her. And I keep telling people, when there's a judgment against you, a monetary judgment against you, and it go into the courts, a lot of people sometimes feel like you don't have to pay that. Like that's not important. Mm-hmm. The court wants her to pay it. So now my question to you is, where do you fall on this? Do you think that the courts should maybe put her in jail for not paying?
Honestly, the fact that she went through the hassle to try to sue a man that just shared something he saw. He didn't upload it, he just shared it. You know, that's public information. It's a social media site. I think 50 is 100% in the right, and I would go hard to try to get her locked up as well, just to prove a point. Being that you wanted to take me to court and sue me and thinking you was gonna beat me in court and try to win money out of my pocket, then I'm gonna go the extra mile now to show you the legal way, you know?
And we all know 50 is petty.
Exactly.
He's petty.
Exactly.
She might have to be dealing with 50 for the rest of her life. because you already know how 50 give it up.
Yes.
But even more importantly, I think one of the main reasons why 50 won the case is because there was a ton of other people who also shared it, and she didn't try to sue them.
Okay.
So that's selective justice
yes,
that she was looking for.
Exactly.
So I think that might be what actually helped cause the situation.
Yeah, the fact that he has the bag, she's like, oh, I don't mind everybody else sharing, but this guy sharing, and then I know how, like you said, I know he's so petty and he's a troller, quote unquote. So yeah,
He loves it.
He definitely loves it.
He loves it. I would love to interview 50. That would be so crazy. Different question. So, did you hear about what T.I. did?
T.I. What beefing with Kodak or?
Not even. Screw. We're not gonna talk about that at the moment. Let's get that in a minute.
Okay.
T.I. helped to bail, I think, like 23 people out of jail.
See that on Easter.
On Easter.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Because I personally think that in our community we need to try to extend our services more when we get a name and when we have a platform. I think that we need to start speaking out about injustices. These people weren't just people that was locked up in jail. They was locked up in jail for minor offenses and just couldn't afford their bond or their bail. And the other people have done it also. French Montana has done this also, and that I know about. I believe Remy did it, I think, before also. I'm not 100% sure, but what do you think about that? I'm just curious.
I think it's just a beautiful thing. Like it just gives you even more respect for a brother like T.I. because it shows you that he didn't forget where he came from, right? And at the same time, you know, he has a lot of money. He's doing big things, but it's like, I'm here to help my people. At the end of the day, each one teach one, you know? So if one dude on top, you got to pull your brothers up, and that's what it's about, you know? Like, you see some injustices that's not right, and if you have a little bit of power, use your power, you know what I'm saying? And that could help wake other brothers up that's in position to do the same. And, you know, the more woke brothers we have, the better we are as one, you know?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Real.
Just because we're already on the T.I. situation, what do you think about the T.I. Kodak?
I just, like, me personally, like Kodak, I feel bad for him because I feel, you know, like, he's a young kid still, really, you know, he's in position, but he's still a kid, and you know how this game is. They be feeding these kids all type of drugs, and they make sure you're drugged up, then they might have you on camera in that moment when you, like, kind of off point, you're not in your right state of mind all the way. So, you know, he says something, I don't really respect what he said, but at the same time, I don't think he was in his right mind when he said it, you know? So it's like, yeah, he was wrong. I don't think his apology was genuine. And I felt T.I. in a sense, but I think he could have just told him his piece and left it alone. You know, it's like he kind of was extra with it. And you know, this kid, he doesn't look like he got the proper guidance around him anyway. So, you know, these kids is just young and want to be young, dumb, and impressionable. That's how I call it.
Now,
you know?
I'm not disagreeing with anything that you said. Let's get that clear.
Okay.
But and one thing that you did say that I'm 100% behind is, I think that because you already know what type of individual Kodak Black is, T.I. could have came at him a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you already know he's not going to listen. You already know he's going to be on whatever the mess that he's on. You already know that he takes pride in being ignorant.
True indeed.
So sometimes we have to speak to these people with kid gloves. Sometimes you have to speak to people like they're a child. You know, not trying to talk down to them, but on a level of, I'm really not trying to hurt your feelings,
Exactly.
but you've done something that you should feel sorry for, whether you feel sorry for it or not.
True indeed.
And that's that. I think he should have handled the situation like that. That's a better way. I think he should have handled it.
I mean, I totally agree with you on that. He could have actually just hit him up and really had a conversation with him, you know, like maybe him, if you want to get a couple of other great minds, and you know, y'all pull up on him and really have a sit down with him and show him that, you know, show him the ropes, you know, he's the younger guard. So, you know, as the older brothers, you show him what's right, you know, you're doing the wrong thing, bro. Look at the position you're in. You don't want to blow your opportunities, you know, like for example, he's getting banned on radio stations and certain video outlets, and they want to ban him now. You don't want to mess up your bag, you understand what I'm saying? Because you only live once, and when you're in position, you want to stay in position. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact. One thing that we must not forget also, because we do have a lot of people that just said what you just said, that somebody should have just pulled up on them and talked to them. But everybody forgets, Master P tried that.
That's true as well.
Everybody forgets that. Not just no one person. Everybody seems to forget that, because I've heard the same thing from numerous different people.
Okay.
The individuals should have pulled up on them. I've seen people on social media say somebody should have just pulled up on them. I've seen rappers that were trying to criticize T.I. saying somebody should have just pulled up on them. I've heard a lot of people say this, but let's not forget, Master P tried to pull up on him and give him some game. And what did he do? He tried to say Master P wanted his money. Now, I don't know what y'all think, but as far as I know, Master P has owned his everything since the beginning. So I don't know what kind of money he thinks Master P wanted from him. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know why he thinks he has more money than Master P.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they're worth, but I don't think he does.
He definitely does it.
So, in that particular situation, I think that it's hard to say people should have pulled up on him when you got an individual that somebody has already tried that, somebody who's a lot more respected than T.I. on top of that. Like, shout out to T.I. But Master P's on another level as far as respecting the game, in my opinion. And he tried to pull up on him and he couldn't do it. So what makes anybody think that T.I. would have been able to? You understand what I'm saying? Is that fair?
Like we said, that's definitely fair. But it goes back to his big homies. Like, I blame that on his big homies. Whoever, like, the older people around him, they giving him the wrong guidance. You understand what I'm saying?
It would seem that way.
Yeah, it has to seem that way. These guys will touch your money, and then it's just like the rules don't count anymore because you're getting a couple dollars, But that can all stop, and you get that reality check, That's what he's coming to the grips with at this point.
I can't even argue that. All that makes sense to me.
When the shows slow down and the radio spins slow down, and next thing you know, you dropped off a label, times get hard, We've seen the best of them rise and then fall, so
that's a
the
fact.
main thing, you just want to be humble at all times. When you low, when you high, you always remain humble.
That's a fact.
Follow,
that's a fact.
listen, always listen, because brothers was always somebody in that position before you.
That's a fact.
And stay humble. That's the key thing.
That's a fact.
Word.
Got a question. All right, so you remember Jussie Smollett, right?
Yes.
Okay, first, what do you think about that whole situation?
I thought when I first heard it, I was like, man, this is crazy. Why would they want to bash this guy? Then they said it was a hoax. Then they said he won. For me, I thought it was just like a publicity stunt at some point. But then I was like, maybe, I don't really know. But it's like I don't know, you gotta just be in the right circles and surround yourself with the right people at the end of the day to stay out of any type of situation.
Okay, so first, the city of Chicago actually wants to sue him for the money that they wasted investigating something that they perceive to be a false investigation.
Exactly.
What do you think about that? Do you think, this is the question, do you think that first of all, they have to prove that it was fake?
Yes.
They haven't done that. So I personally don't think they could try to get money.
You should be able to sue him.
Yeah, because you can't drop the case and then say, well, we're still gonna want money from you. That's not fair. So just from a legal standpoint, how I would hate to see what they would do to other people, black, white, whoever, if they decide that they want to try to get monies from you, but they're not gonna even try to prosecute you criminally. So I would hate for that to be a precedence that now they could say we're not gonna charge you criminally, but we're still gonna force for you to pay back the monies that we spent investigating something that we can't even prove wasn't a real investigation. So I don't think they should be getting any money back from them.
Yeah, it's almost like we're charging you for your star power.
Exactly.
You're on television, you're in position, you're making more than the average person makes. All right, well, we're gonna try to tarnish your legacy. We're gonna try to put you in a scandal. It's all a setup just to stop your progress, to block your shine. So we can't fall for these little traps, you know. You gotta, like, once you getting in position, or you got your team and your family in position, that's what it's about. You want to keep pushing and keep rising, keep climbing. You know?
That's a fact. With all that being said, I think it was a hoax.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Oh,
With all that being said, I just don't think that you can not charge him criminally, like, because you can't prove it was a hoax, but you still want to force him to pay the money for the investigation. I don't think that that's fair. Because just imagine what they're going to start doing to people when they catch, when it's like a drug situation or any kind of, you know, just imagine how many people that they're going to be trying to get money out of after they can't prove that you did something in a criminal case.
Exactly.
So I just 100% I'm against that. Anyway, so, you know, the twins that allegedly beat him up or whatever the case was? Okay, so now they're suing Jussie Smollett because they're saying that his attorney, for defamation. They're saying that they defamed them because they're the only guys that's looking bad in this case. Because basically, you know what's gonna happen, right? It's gonna be hard for those guys to get work now.
Yep.
Because they were actors. Jussie Smollett is a bigger name, and he also actually has talent. Okay. He can act. And I'm not trying to say this to be funny, but he can act. He can sing.
Yeah, he can sing.
I heard he could dance. I don't know. I've only seen one episode, and then I said it's not for me. That show wasn't for me. But he can act, he can dance, he can sing, and he's ready to go on camera and kiss a man. So that in itself, there's not a lot of people that's ready to go do that. So that in itself creates a commodity for him. You understand what I'm saying?
Indeed.
That he's ready to do that. So he's gonna be able to get jobs down the line, even if they remove him from this current, position. Yeah. He's gonna be able to get jobs. These other two guys, they might not be able to get no work no more. So I believe that they're suing because they're trying to get their good name back.
Exactly.
More than they actually want money.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I can't really be mad at them because, you know, we all got to eat. We all have bills to pay and families to feed. So with that being said, and then that's their dream that they've been pushing for so many years. So it's only right you will want to get your name back. You don't want your name tarnished in this game or whatever industry or field you're in. So it makes absolute sense that that's what they're going for. They're probably not gonna win, most likely not. So at the end of the day, it just sucks for them that the positions that they were striving and reaching for, they're probably not gonna be able to achieve at this point, being that they've been in that situation. But who knows, you know, God is great. So, you know, if you just keep pushing and keep believing, maybe you can achieve it.
That's a fact. Yeah. This is another thing that I don't think people might be really paying attention to. Their defamation case might then open up the possibility for that investigation to get opened back up.
True indeed. True indeed.
Because who knows what comes out? Something might actually come out that might be able to light a spark under the investigation into Jussie Smollett and his, I don't even know how to say the guy's name, Smollett? Jussie Smollett, and that might open back up the investigation. So that might be something that they're trying to do if they don't get monies from him. Like they might be trying to force him to be like, yo, look, you're gonna give us $20,000 or we're gonna keep pushing this particular thing. And then the next thing you know, there's gonna be the investigation is gonna open back up because people are gonna find out more things. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that could also be what's going on with that particular case. Anyway, we're gonna close this out. Is there anything that you want to close out with? Anything you want people to know about you, your movement, what you're trying to do?
Just make sure y'all go to get that new album, Rebirth for the Slickest. It's like I told you, it's on iTunes, Tidal, Amazon, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Music, every major platform. Big up the Cynical Smith, General Steele, my whole Bucktown USA family, Coke, L Haggett, Louis Skaggs, Boom Bixby. Also, once again, May 25th, I'm gonna be making my debut Verbal Warzone Battle League. That's the league where they battle over the beats. Big up to King Sprite, OG Chosen, for throwing me on that card. And I'm gonna roast dude, man. And big up to all my Flatbush artists, Hybrid, the big homie Corey King. We litty, man. Shout to you, big bro. Stuck in Grimo, man. Vvsverbal. Work, man. Just follow the kids. Stay tuned. I'm patched in. Make sure y'all patched in. We litty.
What's your IG?
My IG, Facebook, Instagram. IG, I said Facebook, Instagram. IG, Facebook, Twitter, Vvsverbal. 2 V's, 1 S, Verbal. Holla at me. I follow back. We can chop it up. You're a dope artist. I like the network. Let's get it.
Appreciate you, my brother. And that's all we got here for y'all. Everybody, make sure y'all share the interview, and then we'll see if we can have him probably call in for the Tonight Show, and we could do a live, and y'all can ask him questions directly.
Definitely.
All right, we out.
Peace.
If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.